signal could be for future potential live feeds in a mobile setting, i.e. in my car on the way to work. You know, I spend over an hour in the car every day round trip, so it would be, you know, a good opportunity for me to say certain things in a live setting. Now, I usually throw a lot of videos on Instagram, on that story, like Story Live on Instagram. But how is the feed going? Can you see me clearly? I know it's bouncing a little bit. I have this on a holder and everything, so it looks pretty good. I can see all your comments, by the way. Excellent. Well, good Tuesday morning to you all around the world. I loved doing the live stream the other day. Thank you for all the super chat donations, and all you guys' questions were incredible. I haven't even watched back the whole thing yet. It's 4 hours long. And by the way, I was feeling sick that day too, so if you saw me looking a little exhausted and flustered, I came down with some sort of respiratory thing, which I'm still fighting this morning. And you guys in the UK, wow. I'm going to start wearing some sort of UK shirt just to say hello to all you guys and your support. Hello, Sweden. Chase is always in good shape. You know, you guys ask a lot of questions of how he's doing and everything. He's a happy-go-lucky kid who goes to school every day, just as you guys did in high school. There's a lot of similarities, except that he's in a special needs class all day long with mostly other autistic kids. Hello, Singapore. Hello, Netherlands. Mike Pessy. Rachel Peterson. The audio is great. The video is bouncy. Yeah, well, I have it on a holder, but if I put my hand on it, then it won't be as bouncy. Most of my ride to work every day is, 50 to 70, 80 miles an hour. So it's very cool. It's very fast. Zombie cook in Singapore. Wow. Hello, West Virginia. Hope Lance. Hello from Chicago, bros. I like that. You know, I've lived in Chicagoland my entire life, and it is a very cool place. Chicago gets a bad rap. Most of Chicago is very safe and fun. There's so much entertainment and history and museums and restaurants, the lakefront. If you live in downtown Chicago, which I did for 10 years, it can't be beat. It's incredible. Hello, Nashville, Tennessee. Hello, howdy, southern neighbor. Rachel Daily Hug. Rachel, you were always on here, and I love all your support. I love Chicago, too. You know, I miss living down there. I did it for 10 years. I guess the only hang-up would be it's very expensive. Very, very, very expensive. I was much closer to Chase geographically when I lived down there than I do now. I'm going to have to put my... Carmen says I shouldn't wear sunglasses, so I try to keep them off. Yeah. I can see you, John Hunter. I can see everything. I got to keep my eyes on the road, though, here. So I'll glance around. What is the time there? Good question. It's 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. Central Standard Time in Chicagoland. I typically work 40-hour week, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, 8 to 5. I'm an inside and outside sales rep. I sell broadcast media advertising sales opportunities for long-form advertising on the radio, both locally and nationally. I also sell short-duration commercial spot campaigns, 30-second, 60-second radio ad campaigns. I'm a marketing consultant, account executive, senior, AE, whatever you want to call it. I've been doing it for 23 years, and it's been a great occupation, great job, great career. I love it. I'm well compensated for it. And recently, over the last year, I've been in intense training become an expert in digital online media ad sales for online marketing campaigns, search engine optimization, search engine marketing. You and Chase are the best. Thank you, John Hunter. So what's interesting is all my activity on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, I actually sell all that to clients, customers that want to reach a specific market. I'm so glad this is working. I don't quite understand how the G4 network on the AT&T network can stream live on YouTube in a mobile setting like this. And I don't know if I'm supposed to have it in portrait mode or if I'm supposed to have it in landscape mode. Thank you, Rachel. You are awesome as well. Hello, New Zealand. It's 5 a.m. in New Zealand. Wow. That's incredible. I'll shout out to you, X Gaming Channel. I'm going to have some big things coming up where we'll do some cross promotion between channels and things that you guys want to promote. I worked on my Patreon account last night for about 3 hours, trying to get that up and running. Hey, I'm actually driving through Buffalo Grove right now. So I'm right by you guys. I'm actually driving through Long Grove on my way to Elk Grove Village. It's so unbelievable that this is broadcasting worldwide, yet there's somebody that's literally 2 minutes from me watching this. That's incredible. I got a long email from a gentleman in Wrigleyville that, you know, like all of us, when you get the early diagnosis of your son or daughter, it's such a tough thing. So I printed out his long email, and I'll be back to you if you're watching the stream or if you're seeing this. I'll give you a shout out. Was it Mr. Sensation? I like that name, Mr. Sensation. Does Chase, I missed that question. Where are you going to mind me asking? See, on this feed, the questions disappear after about 3 or 4 or 5 seconds. So if you re-ask the question, go ahead. I gotta stare at the road here too. I'm a big proponent. I'll shout out for me. Luke New from England. Hope Lance, when you get the diagnosis, you go through a grieving process. Correct. You know, it's a traumatic process of shock and grieving. I've been telling people over and over, you really have to start over. And for each of us, that happens through a different process. For some, it could be a few months. For some, it could be years. Chase's mom and I got so proactive right away, so that was our focus. There wasn't a ton of time to sit there and grieve and feel sorry for him or for us, because we were just suddenly so busy trying to get the services that he needed. Don't get me wrong, it was still really brutally difficult and shocking and just a terrible time in my life. So whatever. Hey, if these live mobile feeds work well and it's a good feed and the quality's good, we'll do these. Yeah, I mean, we threw ourselves into education and reading books and going to seminars and visiting with so many specialists and everything. I'm so glad you guys are liking the live feed. I pick up Carmen at the airport this Thursday, and we pick up Chase on Friday, and we'll have him through Sunday. So we're looking to do a big... Hey, Joe Nicholson, thank you for the $2 donation. You guys rock. I can't even believe the super chat works on a mobile like this. That's incredible. The other day, that live super chat feed generated well over $100. You got, your generosity is incredible. And I finally figured out a way to go back in and look at all the super chats, donations, so I could give shout outs afterwards for all you guys that are supporting the channel and supporting Chase and supporting some new things that are going to be coming up. Hey, Jay the Warrior, I'm at a stoplight, so your timing is perfect. What up, buddy, Jay? Thank you, Uduga. I do a good job. Well, thank you so much. This is all about spreading hope and perspective especially to parents that are struggling, so they can have some sort of vision potentially of how the future may or may not be for their son or daughter. We never thought Chase would speak and to put up these videos on YouTube. What's up, Ireland? You know, these videos give people hope that are struggling. Hey, Courtney B. Hey, I got nothing else to do with the car, so we'll start doing these things. I like to take chances, and this would be a chance. Thank you, X Jamie Channel. How old is Chase? He's 18 and a half. You know, he's about 4 inches shorter than me, and he's only about 109 pounds. And so he's definitely very stunted growth. At his age, I was 5'8" and 155 pounds. So he's vastly physically different than I am in terms of his height and his weight. Yet, he's completely healthy. He eats a lot more than he used to. And believe it or not, he never gets sick. He's never had vaccinations since he was a very young age. We've avoided that because, you know, for a long time we were wondering if his system or his body or his immune system is sensitive to allergic reactions and stuff. It's been amazing over the years how physically healthy he is. He never gets sick. And if he did, it's a very short-lived cold. I myself have never had a vaccination since I was, I don't know, 25, some 30 years ago. I had a tetanus shot because I got blood poisoning. I don't think a tetanus shot is a vaccination. Tetanus shot really is there to save your life because blood poisoning can kill you. What did you say, Hopelands? Chase is a fan of plan? Hey, Sophie Love from England. We got about 15 minutes left in this feed. Then we'll be at work. I just missed your question. You said, what is Chase this? Something what are you advancing in the cause of autism in a wonderful way? Well, thank you. Hey, I never could have imagined the impact of this channel and the videos. Never in a million years. You know, I only have one son. I have 2 children. I have 1 son. And this is the only son I know. I don't know what it's like to play ball with my son and to do a lot of sports activities that normal dads do with their sons, because I never got the opportunity to do that. Chase has never been in any organized sports at school. But Scarlett, my daughter, was. So I know that from that perspective. So over the years, I learned to do different activities with Chase that he wants to do. You know, my preconception and notions of fatherhood were thrown out the door long ago in terms of raising a boy and raising a son. So I learned to accept that and embrace it. How's the weather been? It's been very warm here in Chicago. It's been in the 60s and windy. So very mild start to December and late November. The winters here in Chicago have been pretty mild over the last 15 years. There's been a few... Hey, thank you guys so much for your comments. Autism equals friendship. I love it. I love it. I've been learning a lot from you guys in your comments and your questions. Thank you, Shauna Rice. Thank you so much. So I have a lot of ideas with the Patreon account. One of my ideas would be to make photocopies of some of Chase's art and have him sign some of those photocopies and literally mail them to Patreon members. And then, I don't know, do a live one-on-one. These are just theoretical ideas I'm having. But one-on-one live chats with me, probably without Chase, and you know, do one of those once every 3 months or something. I don't know, but the idea would be there to, I don't know. I'll always do live streams on YouTube, I promise you that. They're not going to include Chase. I've said that before. His mother's not comfortable with that, and I respect that 100%. The idea of just, putting Chase on a live stream is a bit invasive, and, perhaps that would really be an invasion of his privacy. I don't know. When I do, the whole idea of the YouTube videos from the start is to create an edited video, 10 or 15 minutes of a snapshot of him having doing things outside the home, in or outside the home. So that's what the videos have always been. Just here's how Chase relates with me, and me relating with him, and how he copes with his world and the environment around him, coping with autism as a teenager, and showing how far he has come. And I don't know if a live stream of him achieves that. I don't know. Where am I driving to? I'm driving to work. My work is about a half-hour drive. So this is the first of its kind. I've never done a live feed on YouTube driving to work. I never did it because I didn't think the video quality would be very good. But according to you guys, it seems to be coming in. Hello, Canada. Do I have a bog? I think you mean a dog. I do not have a dog. I don't want to have a dog. I had a beagle for many years. We had 2 different beagles. Chase did growing up when I lived with him and his mom through about age 6. Beagles are fun. They're very loud and they howl a lot. And then I had a yellow Labrador when I lived downtown for 2 years. Purebred yellow Labrador. They're great dogs. But Chase lives with 2 different dogs. One of them's a Corgi. The other one is kind of a Shepherd mix. Dogs are not a big part of his life and his world. He lives with them, but Chase doesn't surround petting a dog or being engaged with the dog. That's not how he is. A lot of people have asked about that question. It's not a big interest of Chase to play with the dog. He's never shown a lot of interest in that. He doesn't want to walk the dog or do anything like that. So I'll try and look at some of your comments here. I'm coming to a stoplight, so fire away. This is a good time to fire away some questions. The live feed from the other day on YouTube, which was 4 hours of Q&A, which I thoroughly enjoyed. That is up on YouTube. You can watch it. What type of school does Chase go to? Where are you looking at for our options? Well, Chase currently goes to a high school that is mainstream, but he spends most of his days within that mainstream high school in a special needs classroom with other teenagers that have autism, seniors, sophomores, juniors. He's a senior in high school, so he's studying mathematics and history and science and a lot of civics classes, a lot of the same classes that you guys would have when you were a senior in high school, even though he's 18 and a half years old. So he goes to pep rallies at school, and they do certain things with the mainstream other kids. At his high school, they also have a farm on site, so he gets activities with farm animals, riding horses, and certain things that would be therapeutic for a person with autism that would help with sensory issues and calming him and things like that. It's a private school, but it's paid for through the public school system. So how am I doing? If that was your question, I'm doing much better than I was the last couple of days. I physically feel great today, thank goodness. It's a very busy time of year for me. We're doing a lot of client entertainment and booking annual business, going to Christmas parties, client parties, and trying to develop new business for next year. So my days are filled with endless amounts of tasks. I'm a multitasker. I always have been. How does Chase feel about Christmas? Before I answer that, let me get back to the other question. Chase has always been in private schooling throughout his entire life, except for high school here. His high school years have been more of a public rather than a private setting. It's kind of hard to explain. When his mother relocated to a certain area, it was beneficial to Chase because it was better public services for him, mostly through Easter Seals. And then after he went to Easter Seals through, like 8th grade, she got him in a program that is also publicly funded that has been terrific for him. Now, when he graduates from high school, I don't have very specifics to give you on that, but I will in the next coming 6 months or so, so stay tuned. He's not going off to college or anything like that, but he will continue to stay in school, mostly full-time. Has Chase been on an airplane? Chase has been on an airplane one time. It was about 8 to 10 years ago. His mom took him and his stepdad and his sister to, is it Disney World in Orlando? Disneyland, Disney World. And he had a great time, and he did well on the plane. His mom is an expert at utilizing tools to calm him in certain settings, i.e. his CD player, his iPad, any kind of mobile digital things that would calm him and entertain him. And Chase, I don't know to the degree Chase has had meltdowns compared to other children with autism, because I don't know, but he did well on the plane ride. Hello, Delaware. Hello, Finland. My parents put my brothers and I through private school too. See, your question disappears on here, so I can't read the whole thing. Thank you, Rachel, for your participation. Chase was very, very, very fortunate in all the private school programs that he went through from age 2 all the way up to like age 10 or 12. We spent a fortune on him, an absolute fortune. And when we couldn't get the services that we need, we would hire an attorney, and we would get in that school system's face, and we would settle out of court to make sure that he would receive the programs that he did. One of them was a significant amount of money that the school did not want to pony up to provide them the services that he needed. Any big Christmas plans? Well, Carmen will be here for Christmas with her daughter for a period of the Christmas days there, and Chase will be with me for a certain period of that time as well, kind of bouncing between with me and his mom, but he'll mostly be with his mom those days. And Chase's sister, I may or may not see her those days. I'm trying to figure out her schedule. But our plans for next weekend are, with Chase, to get a Christmas tree, me, Carmen, and Chase, and decorate that tree and videotape and document the whole thing. And, hopefully you guys will be seeing some of that. I'm not going to do that in a live setting. I'll be, editing video and putting up a different vlog. Chase has always enjoyed Christmas. He enjoys opening gifts. When he opens gifts, he typically does it in a very rapid fashion, and then he does not play with whatever he opened with. He wants to get back to doing his own thing, if that makes any sense. Even if it's something that he opened that he liked, he typically would just throw it on the ground and go back to do things that he wants to do. He loves Christmas music. I told somebody the other day, yeah, I think he believes in Santa. I tend to think he still does. I don't know. When Christmas approaches, we're gonna start to lose the signal here and end this. So I'm at work, and love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We'll do some more of this, and this was an experiment today, and I think it's gonna go up on YouTube and live there. So you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. Love you guys. Love all your support. Thank you, Finland. Thank you, New England. Thank you, Netherlands, Sweden, the UK, Canada. All you, my fans here from Chicago. All you get Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays. Love you guys all. I'm checking out. Goodbye. If I could learn how to turn this off, which I don't know if there's no turn off button there, so we'll let it roll until it dies out here, until I figure out how to turn it off. Better that I not crash my car than worry about turning off a live feed, right? Hey, I'm not going to be a big proponent of doing distracting things in the car. I just want to say that, so you guys be very careful when you're driving out there, okay? Peace out. So how do I turn this off? There is no turn off button. Let's see if we could do that one. There we go.